So, welcome to another episode of Autogefühl. Today, I'm here in Barcelona. So, a special shout out to all our Spanish viewers. And I'm here for the launch of the facelifted 2017 model year Seat Leon. Well, I know what you're thinking. Doesn't look too different, even though you're just looking at the back. But trust me, there's a lot more going on underneath. Are you interested? Let's find out more. Come on, let's go. The Seat Leon was launched back in 1999, and since then it has had a couple upgrades, the most significant of which was back in 2012, when it moved to the Volkswagen MQB platform. And we all know this platform is shared with cars like the Audi A3, the Skoda Octavia, and the VW Golf itself. But what this car always gave, as compared to the Golf, was something more of a sporty, dynamic character. And the Seat Leon has always had a sense of occasion about it as compared to the Golf. Think about it this way. The Golf was your colleague, a trusted companion, but you meet him and you shake his hand. Whereas the Seat Leon, he's your buddy. He wakes you up in the morning and says, come on, let's go have fun. So the new Seat Leon, as you can see, hasn't changed too much. This is the FR trim level, but we will talk to the designer in a bit and he will give you, his first-hand experience about what they made to change this car. But I can tell you right now that this front grille is a little bit wider now, and the frame itself is also a bit thicker. And over here, these LED lights are very similar to the Ateca now, and this is an option on all trim levels and comes as standard on the Cupra. So this being the FR, the bottom of the bumper as well is a little bit more aggressive as compared to the standard or the Xcellence trim level. We will have a look at the Xcellence trim level in a short while. So again, they haven't changed too much, and when you have something that's not broken, why try to fix it? And that's what Seat has done here. So the fog lamp as well is now LED, and what they really emphasize is that these new headlights have much increased performance. They even say it's twice as powerful and twice as bright. Here on the side, not much has changed again, but I really like Seat's almost origami-like crease lines, which gives such a beautiful contrast between light and shadow. And as we go further down the line, this rear quarter window makes the car seem almost like a two-door instead, which is something common across all the Seats. Again, a very nice crease, which gives a very nice contrast in this light region here and a nice shadow region just below it. And then towards the back, here as well, there's been a slight upgrade, not too much. But if you can notice, the bumper is again redesigned ever so slightly to give a more wider stance to the car. Even though the dimensions of the car remain unchanged, this helps to make the car look wider and lower and give a more sporty style. Furthermore, the rear lights are again all LED, options on all trim levels. So these are the major changes on the outside as compared to the outgoing model. So here we have the Xcellence trim level. So at the front, the bumper is a little bit different, not as aggressive looking as the FR. So what Seat really has done with this Xcellence model is give a more sober and more classy look to the Seat Leon. For people who don't want such a sport-oriented car and who want something with a little bit more comfort in it. In fact, this new facelifted version gets the DCC, the dynamic chassis control, which makes the car even more comfortable, which was something that the previous generation of Seat was always known to be lacking just a little bit due to its stiff suspension. So that has been rectified right now. As you can see, this is a different bumper design than what we see earlier. The grills have these nice glossy chrome inserts, again, to make it more premium looking rather than sporty looking. And as we continue down the side, with the facelifted version, Leon comes with 3 new colors and 2 new alloy wheel designs, this being one of them. This is 17 inches and has a nice dual tone scheme. You have shiny metal and you have black painted metal on the insides. As we go down the side, the Xcellence comes with a nice strip of chrome along the window line. So this is one of the new colors that comes for this facelift version of the Seat Leon. It's a very dark grape juice-like purple. Again, this is for the Xcellence trim level. And this is the estate body. They call it the ST. The Leon comes in 3 body styles, the 3-door, the 5-door, and the estate. Let's take a look in the back of the estate. This is pretty much the same. And just push that away. So the floor, the bed, it's in this position. It gives you a completely flat loading bay, very little bit of a lip here. And you can fold the seats down with this tab very easily, and they lie completely flat in a 60-40 fashion. But if you want to have more space and you don't mind the lip, as usual, you can push the floor down. Now you get a little bit more space, but you have to lift your suitcase a little bit higher. One last point that I want to mention is the spare wheel. Usually we see either a spare wheel or a sound system in this little compartment here, but the Leon comes with both, the spare tire on the outside and the Seat Sound subwoofer in the middle. So you get the best of both worlds. So here inside the new Leon, what is really standing out is the new interior. Seat has worked really hard to improve the interiors of the car than the outgoing model. There's much better materials now, very nice ambient lighting, which you can change the colors. I'll show you that in a minute. So again, this is the Xcellence trim. So the steering wheel is sporty, but not as sporty as the FR steering wheel. Not much has changed here. You have the paddle shifters for the DSG, a whole host of safety features. This car now comes with pedestrian safety features as well, compared to the outgoing model, which didn't have that. Next year, we can also expect a full digital dashboard, but unfortunately, this test car, none of the test cars here at the event have that right now. And there's really nice trim along the edges, very reminiscent of the shape of the LED lights from the front. So that carries forward to the inside as well. And again, you know, we always felt that the interiors of the Leon was a little bit too black, a little bit too boring, but certainly they've addressed that issue now. What's more, the Leon comes with a new, larger 8-inch touchscreen with the full link, Seat full link option. Now you can see our video of the full link that we had an interview with a manager from Seat in Paris, so you can see the video. We explain the entire full link system in detail. But let me just summarize. Basically, you can connect your Android phone or your Apple phone or through Mirror Link, and you can control your phone, and you can have the options of importing your music, importing your images, and you can personalize your entire display. If you have your own photographs here, you can set them as your background, set them as color pictures, etc., etc. Furthermore, you have digital radio. I think that's not something new. The navigation system is also a little bit more improved. It's a little bit more quick to respond. So you can see we're here in Barcelona today. And yeah, I think this really makes, you know, the car a lot more youth-oriented, because Seat has emphasized their focus on connectivity and improving connectivity in their cars, and that being one of the major pillars. So this car, you know, it offers so much more for the same price than the outgoing model, and that's something that's definitely going to help Seat boost their sales. So the seats come with full adjustment for height and position as usual, but interestingly the new car also has different seat options. Like, for example, this has leather on the sides and Alcantara in the middle. So you know, here in Autogefühl, we prefer to have eco-friendly Alcantara only. And this is, even though this has some leather, I mean, it's better than a full leather seat. And this is an option, so you can still pick the Alcantara seats in the other trim levels if you wish. So the new Leon comes with a wireless charging port over here for your phones. Now this is something very interesting. The Seat Leon has a pulsating start-stop button to mimic a heartbeat. So they want to show that the car has a heart and is a living and breathing beast. I think it's pretty interesting. And over here we have the automatic shifter, because this is the DSG. And finally, this is the electronic parking brake, and this is the automatic parking brake function for the same. So here we have the key, as usual. Nothing has changed. So this car has the keyless entry, so just keep it in my pocket. I can start the engine with this button, and you can change the ambient background lighting for the car. We saw this on the Ateca, and now the Leon also gets this. So the lights and the trims on the doors gradually change. I mean, this serves no real purpose. It's just a toy and it's a gimmick, but it lets you personalize your car. And it's something interesting, which I think people will enjoy. So as we mentioned earlier, like the Ateca, the Leon now has the daytime running lights doubling as the turn indicator lights. So if we look out in the front, when I turn on the indicator, you can see that the LED light changes color and becomes the amber glowing turn signal light as well. So it's similar in the back as well. So take a look at that. So let's go take a look in the back seat. So I have the seat set to my driving position. I'm 5'8" or 1.7 meters. And as you can see, there's plenty of knee room. I can slide my legs under the seat as well. I have really nice headroom, even though there's a big panoramic sunroof. You know, if I completely sit upright, I still have a little bit of room. I don't feel claustrophobic though. And when I close the door, this being the estate, really nice glass area here all the way, even extending behind my head. So I can sit here for many hours with no problems. So you have air conditioning vents for the rear passengers. You can move the vents and you can shut them off, but you cannot change the temperature, nor do you have a 12-volt socket or USB sockets in the back. You have a big central transmission tunnel, as usual with cars these days, but on the bright side, you get a nice center armrest with cup holders and a ski hatch. So I'm here with Mr. Christian Stein. Thank you so much for being with us. He's the head of global communications for Seat. So now the new Seat, well, as we can see, not much has changed about the design. And I get it, why fix something that's not broken? But what else did you do to improve the car for this facelifted version?
Well, let's say you're right. It's Leon is a success formula of success for Seat. So we want to keep that success going. So we have made some changes externally first. They are not that massive, but let's say that they make the Leon even more beautiful. We have adapted the lights, we have changed the bumpers, but obviously I would say that the key changes are coming inside. And to summarize it, I would say that we have brought the technology of Ateca down to the Leon. So we speak about the driving assistance system, we speak about a bigger screen for the full link system. We speak about the wireless charger, for example, which is a USB in that segment, and we speak about globally more comfort. On top of that, to conquest some new customers, along the FR trim level, we have brought the Xcellence trim level, which is more comfortable. We have brought the DCC that was just available on the FR so far. So it means comfort. It means that we have even more weapons, I would say, to conquest fleet customers.
Okay, and we've heard that you're launching the new Ibiza as well next year, and a new car as well, something that's new for the Seat brand altogether. Can you tell us a little bit about what to expect in the coming year?
Yeah, we love to say that we are now right in the middle of our biggest product offensive. So we have launched the Ateca at the beginning of this year. We have presented it at the beginning of this year, and we are now launching it in most of the markets in Europe. Now we are presenting the new Leon. And next year will come the new Ibiza, the brand new Ibiza. And then younger brother for the Ateca called the Arona, coming from the name of a small town in Tenerife, which is basically a crossover, a city crossover, enriching, I would say, the family of crossovers SUV of Seat.
Fantastic. And finally, what's the future for Seat in terms of entering new global markets and adapting to newer technologies such as electric drive?
Yeah, so regarding the markets, we are used to saying that we mainly focus on Europe at the moment because we have still a lot of margin for progress in some European markets. We see two key areas of development for us. First of all the countries around the Mediterranean, because they are natural for us in terms of logistics, in terms of culture. And as well, we can see the South America as a natural market for us. We are already quite powerful in Mexico, and we see it as a good platform for the future to develop ourselves. That's for the market. Regarding new powertrains, we explained in Paris that we want to move towards focusing on the connected car, developing ecosystem around to develop the easiest mobility experience for our customers. It means that in the future, of course, we'll need an electric car, and it will happen by the year 2020.
I'm here with Mr. Garcia, the head of the exterior design for Seat. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, one of the most important USPs of Seat is its exterior design. And I can see that not much has changed, but can you tell me what are the finer details that have been improved for this facelifted version?
Yes, as you said, we decided on the new Leon not to change so much because we have very good feedback from customers and from the market. Therefore, we concentrated in refreshing, in reinforcing the key lines of this car, especially at the front. We have done on the grille, we have increased the size and also gave more importance to the frame. This is for us very meaningful because we show the pride of the brand. Then also in this area here, we have incorporated some feature lines that what gives is perceived width to the car, very important in this sporty design. This is the FR version, so you can see all this area also has been redesigned to give even more sport ingredient to it. Also on the headlamps, we have improved dramatically the performance, also through the design. Some nice detail I like to highlight, for example, we signed the headlamp by Seat Lighting because this shows once more that we are very proud of the work. And also on the daytime running lights, we incorporated the turn indicator. So this is a nice feature. And I repeat, with much better performance, very important. So moving on towards the side, we have a new wheel rim family for this car. And also you will see later on the Xcellence version, we incorporated some chrome stripe on the side graphic, on the side windows. In the back, again, the bumper. Once more, I'd like to highlight this feature here, which, as I mentioned in the front, gives this perceived width. At the bottom, we have new diffuser with the exhaust pipe in chrome finish. Very, very important for the sport look of the car. And then the tail lamps have also been redesigned with improved technology and also with LED turn indicator. So this would be, in my opinion, the highlights of the exterior design. Maybe we can show also about the interior. I open the door for you. So in the interior of the car, first of all, I'd like to highlight that we have electric parking brake on this car. So we have redesigned all the middle console. You can see very high, very wide. It's really sporty. We also like at Seat to have very short length on the gear shift stick, which gives this premium approach. As it was mentioned on the presentation before, we have the heartbeat button. As you can see, is really showing you with this light the heart of the car is waiting to be driven. And then another big highlight is the new 8-inch screen integrated on the dashboard with all the functionality and connectivity. Later on, it will come the digital combi instruments on this car, so it will be really, really advanced altogether. Also, I'd like to highlight the new color and trim proposals that we have on the door panels and also on the seats with Alcantara special leather with matching color stitching, and also the new ambient light that now it's up to 8 different colors. So also on the steering wheel on this car we have a specific treatment for the FR version with a nice plaquette with the FR logo and the red stitching and leather on the steering wheel for perfect grip. Also very important, we have the flat bottom of the steering wheel, emphasizing this sporty approach and also improving the driving experience.
So this is the other wheel design that we have for this new facelift version. This is an 18-inch alloy with 10 spokes. Again, dual color scheme with shiny metal on the outsides and black painted metal on the inside. Now this is one of the 3 new colors as well. This is red, called the Desire, and we saw the grape juice color, purple color car as well. The third color is a blue color, which unfortunately we don't have here to show you. But let's take a look inside the FR. This is the FR trim. So this is more sporty, so we don't have the chrome trim on the outsides, but instead in the inside we have a flat bottom wheel with the FR logo in the bottom and contrast red stitching on the sides.
So here we are with the Xcellence version, the new trim for the Leon today. And then also we worked on the bumpers. We gave this very sharp line, very well defined. You can see the light and shadow, how it enriches very much this area. As I was mentioning before on the FR, also here gives this perceived width, but we have a more delicacy on the shape. Also we have the new LED fog lamp, and with this new treatment at the bottom area of the bumper. Then if we move on to the side, especially on the Xcellence version, we incorporated this chrome stripe on the side window graphics, which gives to the car this prestige, this elegance look. Also, the wheel rims are new in bicolor treatment. So altogether, you can see it's really, really stylish. So let me show you on the interior of the Xcellence trim. As we were discussing before, but also a nice highlight here on the steering wheel on the new Xcellence trim with our logotype, and a very nice, very stylish, very modern fabric treatment. You can see also here, for example, a different color, as we mentioned before, a different color for the ambient light, in this case this bluish, very technical look. And all the decor elements on the dashboard, in this case in this nice gray metallic look for all this area. So the car really is very rich in different combinations of color and trim. Also the door panel has improved the treatment. All this treatment, you can see, is now a much nicer materials with new Seat sound system for the speakers. So once more, it brings all together a much higher quality and product performance.
So I'm here with Mr. Enrique Pastor, head of product marketing. Thank you so much for being with us. So the new Seat Leon, what are the new engines that we have?
In the new Seat Leon, we have two new engines. Basically, the 1.6 TDI, which previously had 110 horsepower, we've upgraded the power to 115 horsepower. And we have also introduced the 2-liter TDI, 150 horsepower, with an automatic gearbox and all-wheel drive. Until now, if you wanted this engine with all-wheel drive, you had to take the manual gearbox. Now you can also have the choice of the automatic gearbox. This means that now in practically all engines, you have the choice, either manual or automatic.
So Seat has had tremendous success with the Ateca, with over 30,000 orders already placed. And they want to continue the success. And pretty soon, in the next year, we expect them to launch a new car called the Arona, which is a compact SUV based on the Ibiza. So the new Seat Leon has become another important pillar for Seat, along with the Ibiza and the Ateca. And the minor niggles that we had previously in the previous generation have been addressed. For example, the new dynamic chassis control, the DCC, allows the user to have a more supple and comfortable ride as compared to a hardcore sporty ride, and with better sound deadening, better interior qualities, and more technology for safety and the 8-inch touchscreen. The car now provides a much better value proposition than it ever did before. In fact, we don't know the prices yet, but we expect them to be more or less the same, which means that the customer now gets an advantage of about 300 to 400 euros. So the only thing I can think about to say that perhaps is not really good about this car is that it seems a bit derivative. I mean, we have seen so many cars based on the VW MQB platform, and even though this is, in my opinion, the most interesting looking amongst the bunch, it still is very, very similar to the rest of them and seems a bit derivative. But all in all, I think the new Seat Leon definitely is a winner, and Seat can hope to sell this car as well as they're doing with the Ateca.